Hey, this is going to be a quick video about what are the questions to ask somebody when you're having an enrollment conversation with them. And when essentially what I mean by that is when you're recruiting high-level leadership to your organization. And so the thing that you've got to get clear on before you go into that appointment is, what is my purpose? Who am I committed to being for this other individual? That's a more specific way of asking, what is my purpose? What is the stand that I'm willing to be, that I am for this person? And it's got to be something that's big. It's got to be something that's going to really make a massive impact in that person's life. Because if you can't get clear about that, then you won't get any clarity with any of these questions that I'm going to be sharing with you. So first, you've got to get clear about that. Now, be clear that the answer to that question can open up inside of the conversation. You don't have to know it in advance, but you definitely want to be thinking in those lines. And so I would ask yourself 20 questions that you want to ask the person. And this should take you some real work to sit there quietly and get really present to and get really connected with what you want to see for this person's life. Like, how do you want them to be in their life? And, what is the different version of them that they get to be as a result of enrolling and working with you? And that's what you want to become connected to. Once you have a picture of that in your mind, connect to it. Bring your love and attention to it. And sit there quietly, almost like in a meditative state, and connect to it. Bring love to it. I know that might sound a little bit weird or something, but man, if you want access to if you want the back door, if you want the trap door in the back, speaking of real magic, if you imagine a magician's stage, but there's a trap door in the back, and that's how the magician gets all this stuff, to look like so mystical and magic and so impressive out to the audience. It has to work somehow, right? There's a back door in the back usually. This is the back door right here. You get connected with and get present to the version of them that they get to be through their work with you. Your questions stem from there. And the purpose of the questions is that the person who you're enrolling goes through the answers to those questions, will articulate, they'll put into words what that is. And you've got to listen to those words because they're very, very important words. So slow down in your conversations with people. Think big, and good things will happen. So here are a few of the questions that you could ask. You've got to get the person to see, if we were having this conversation out in the future and we were looking back over the course of the time of us working together, or over the course of a year or 2 or 3 or whatever, what would it look like to you? What is it that you'd like to see happen? What would have to have happened in order for you to be thrilled with the progress that you had made in that time? And then listen to that. And find out, why is that important? And what is it about that that's important? And what difference would that make to you if you were able to really do that? What would that really mean if you had that? Are you really ready to do that right now? Is that something that you're ready to do right now? What difference would it make to your family if you did that? What difference would it make to you if you did that? What difference would it make to them, that other person you mentioned, if you did that? Why is that important? What is it about that that matters most to you? Why? And don't stop until you get to the now, you don't have to ask all of these. Sometimes just one well-placed question can make the difference. But But don't stop finding out until you really get to the source of it, till you find out what it is. So there you go. Enjoy your enrollment conversations, whether that's quote unquote selling or recruiting or whatever it is you're doing. And I look forward to talking to you soon. All right, bye.